I'm back. So this lesson, or actually last lesson, by choice or by mistake, that doesn't matter. I actually added an exception in your code. So when I click the profile page now, everything will explode. Now notice right here, the problem is, should be readable now for you. It seems that the user service is not available for the profile component. Let's try and figure out why. So if you jump into the profile component, it uses the user service. That makes sense. That's what we just made last lesson, right? But why doesn't this guy know about the actual user service? That's because the user service resides in the user module, right? Now this guy resides in the auth module, so the auth module doesn't know anything about the user module yet. The easy fix that you guys could probably figure out pretty easy is to just add the user module right here. That will fix the problem. It'll go away and now I can actually start using my profile page again. Sweet. But is that the right choice? Since the profile page is not using anything from the authentication service. This is just an old thing that I added. Let's just remove it. Because it's not using anything from there. It's actually using everything from the user service, meaning that maybe this guy should actually be moved to the user setup instead. And I'll do that this lesson because I feel that it belongs there anyway. So just to show you guys how to do it. Let's start off by using the user module, get that out of the way again, because this pretty much removes a dependency from two modules, and I don't think they should be there. If you can avoid dependencies between modules, do it. Don't put them in there. The second step, I'm going to move the actual profile from here down to the users folder. There we go. So it's down in the user folder now, and now the profile is actually added down here instead. Then I need to kind of say, now the profile component doesn't reside inside the auth module anymore. Let's just get it out of there. Boink. It's out of there. Go down to the user module and just put it in here as a declaration instead. That's all I had to do. Now it knows that instead of actually having the profile component in the auth module, it's now belonging to the user module. Pretty easy stuff, right? And I just want to show you this because it's very easy to kind of move our code around. We're not quite done yet. Let's try and jump in and see what happens. We got a new exception. Now it says profile component is not a part of the module. Now where are we talking about this? Now this is one of the harder ones to kind of find the issue right here. So I know right now that the problem is that I'm trying to use this inside my router. So jumping into the router down here, notice that I'm using the profile component, but it doesn't know anything in here about the user module. So I need to now start using the user module to get the profile component. That's all I had to do. Now everything should be running again. Let's try and have a look. We're still getting an exception right here. Let's try and see if we can figure that one out. Oh yeah, of course. Now that's the next problem, right? Because my profile is using a lot of different material pieces to actually run. So we need to move those as well. So I know I'm using the flex layout. I'm using the reactive forms. I'm using these form fields, the input, the button, the card. I want to use the snack bar later, so let's grab that as well. The router module will get in there as well anyway, and then the mat icon. So I'll just grab all of these and move them down to my user module to kind of get that up and running as well. But again, you need to start learning how to read these exceptions. So now I know that these are available and everything should actually run. And all I did was move a few modules around and move some different imports around. So now I'm actually up and running again. Not only that, I actually made an even better structure in my mind, and that's something I had to do. Sorry for the delay, guys. Next lesson, we will start moving into actually updating some Firebase data. See you next time. Have fun.